Hey guys, Grassman here. Welcome to Mindustry. If you've never played this game before, you should play this game. It's a great game. So you might all have no idea what you're seeing in front of you. This took me a few hours to build. But this is essentially the whole front portion of the map as built as good as I can. You could probably fine-tune it. This is just a bit essentially, if you start the first level, so if you have everything unlocked, or as much as matters, I don't quite have everything unlocked, but if you have most things unlocked, and then you start the first level without bringing in any extra things, this is what you can create. It's probably not the best. There's probably things that could be better. There's probably a way in the bottom left corner there you could fill something in. But you can't put anything further up or it'll get destroyed. And it took a long time. I just kind of started with a few first ones, and I built the flak turrets in the middle, and I just built all the other duos, which are what those main guns are. So, lead here, copper in these two, more lead. This one's actually having lead come out to go to the base. So if you've never played this game before, I'll give you a quick rundown, and this is more of a hop straight in and record how good I can do instead of an actual... We are actually going to hop in and play through the levels kind of properly. Because I haven't played this game in a little while. So we are actually going to play the game kind of normally, but just to start, I built this and I'm like, I may as well record it because it's amazing. I also took a screenshot of it. I built it as good as I could, that I could get everything perfectly aligned. So you get those two blocks half covered. All the way on the right, those duos, and on the bottom, those duos half cut off. And then you can see, and then these are the only things not in the picture, these four duos here. So, how it works, you got your base, you build mines over copper, like this, or lead with don't know if I actually have any exposed lead right now. Like that piece there. That I can actually still get. And then you just have it come back to your base. You can collect amounts up to 4k in the smallest space. And then enemies come down every few minutes. So, in this level, all you get access to is scrap, copper, and lead, which isn't much. I can't build any of the advanced weapons, any of the machines, at all. And all that stuff we're going to get into soon. It's going to be Clash Royale, Raid Shadow Legends, and Mindustry for just those three for a little while, until PvZ and Insane Aquarium come back in a little while. So I did my best to fill in gaps with these copper walls, and so this is just as crazy as it gets. And now, it should be self-sufficient. The copper is still going in because it's not quite filled itself yet. There's a whole bunch of these things that still lack ammo. They use the copper as ammo, the duos, and the flat turrets use the scrap or lead. Okay. Good thing there was no music in the background while that was happening, or you wouldn't have heard anything I said. The music for this game is pretty good too. So every minute, 30 seconds. And I might skip ahead to just the next wave, but this is just, amazing. So you can see, over here, it's still sending copper through, because a bunch of these edge ones don't have any ammo. Empty. Whoops. So these bigger ones, the scatterers, use lead or scrap. And everything else, all the duos use copper, so... With these things, there's normal conveyors, just move ones, and the main thing that's used here is routers, which will split them. See if they go into one direction here, they'll come out all three. So with this one specific router here, I just covered, it goes in through the right, and then it spits it out both left, up, and down filling the turret. So most of this is unnecessary. The only bits that can actually get shoot through over the walls are these front, 2 lanes. And that's it. So, other than the front 2 lanes, everything else is only for when they start bursting through, and they won't be helpful for long. Like, it'll burst, the guys will end up bursting through the walls and start destroying the defenses, and then we'll last a few more waves. And you are every 5 waves supposed to be able to, like, launch the core if you want and end the level. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just see how long I can survive. I think my record for this level is like 40. We're already on 19. 17 enemies. So it looks like they like to attack that wall. I think it is slightly less defended. So it'll be easier for them to break through that way. And I probably will like skip ahead, but you can see like the copper still has to refill these front few turrets. So I probably will skip ahead because I'm not like if everything ends up loaded and ready to go, I'll just skip the wave. I'd recommend just like if you want, you can just jump ahead a few seconds, catch the next wave, or speed the video up to 2 times, which I'd recommend doing anyway. Not these ones. These ones are almost full. And I'll just back up. So this bit here is all still filling up. So this one is responsible for supplying all the back area here, and everything that comes off connecting back here, and all of over here. So this back area is under quite a bit of stress. Let me see if I can... There. I won't get all of that because I don't need it all. Just try and relieve some of the stress it's under. So if you've never played this game before, you've never seen it, you've never done anything with it, I'd recommend going to play it for yourself, or just come back to this video. Because you know what I might do? I might reset my progress. I'll probably reset my progress within the campaign of this game, and I'll just play through it together with you guys. And then I'll be able to show you how it works. So after this, we'll restart from the beginning. I'm not actually that far through the campaign. I'm like halfway, maybe slightly more. So, oh yeah, the right side here is backed up. So once it backs up all the way to this router here, splitting it. So the router takes it in from both ways and splits it out evenly both ways. So once it backs up to the router, close will be 6 seconds away. Now it'll all just go through the one way. And it'll actually just start backing up here now. It's all still trying to fill up over there. So they started getting further through. So then like the 3rd and the 4th lane here, even we're able to start shooting them. So yeah, and I can launch now because it's wave 20. I won't though. I'm gonna give it all some time to refill. Some of these, I believe, spent a fair bit of their ammo. Yeah, they spent almost half of it. So this game is like full of content. I'll probably end up playing this game a lot. Oh yeah, and it's refilling these ones on this side too. If any of these ones actually shot yet? I don't think so. They aren't moved. Everything here is all aimed in weird directions. So, but yeah, now this is just getting a constant supply. It's gonna help fill these things faster. And these ones, they actually like separate here, but they can rejoin. So if you follow this line along, it'll go up here. Go through these routers. Through this like zigzag pattern of routers. Up here. And then around up here, this way. I'm trying to trace it with my character. And it can end up in these ones. And these ones can also be traced back to here, here, and here. So something could theoretically, so two pieces could theoretically end up split here, and then end up filling the same duo. So 2 minutes. And, oh, did these ones finally finish? I think they may have. Oh, they just did. So now that this is everything is completely full. So now we'll just start skipping through waves. We'll see how far we can get. We're on wave 20. My record is 40 something. And yeah. And once we're done, there'll be more. Tomorrow it'll probably be a Clash Royale, a Raid Shadow Legends, and then after that we'll start playing a ton of mindustry. Yeah, and we'll end up just playing through the normal game. If you've never seen this before and you're super confused by this, okay. Just wait. We'll play through the tutorial, and then we'll come and then you can come back to this after, and you'll understand what's happening. And the great thing about I shouldn't skip maybe. The great thing about this design is it's possible to do completely with. It's possible to completely do this design without, like, as long as you've researched all the right things. Like, you do have to like research some of the stuff. The routers, I think, are. I'm not sure if you start with routers or not. We'll see. But it is completely possible to just do this design just without bringing any extra things on. Because on this map, you only have access to copper, lead, and scrap. But you can bring other things. You could bring in titanium or thorium with you. And then from the scrap, if you put it through a melter, and then you put the melter in this, the slag is what the melter creates, and you put it through a separator, it'll separate the slag into copper, lead, graphite, and titanium. You can also, if you bring silicon with you, you can build a cultivator, and the cultivator can get spores, and then you can put the spores through a spore press to make oil, and then you can turn the oil into coal, I believe. So, you can barely see anything moving because it doesn't actually show any moving animation if it's in the router. So most of the time it's just filling a router, and then the router separates it to wherever. It looks like we're just about backed up. Another wave. At some point I think it might start sending stronger enemies. I believe there's only, like, I don't think this one sends any suicide bombers. But it does send... I know it sends flying guys, I know it sends melee guys, but there are, like, stronger melee guys it might send. And then the really interesting part about this game is when you start playing levels other people make. Because there's a ton of, like, editing stuff. So you can, like, make a level, and then upload the level to a Discord, and then... It's super cool. The game has a lot of, like, file editing stuff. So you can make a level, save it as a file. I've got a whole book here of, like, the levels I downloaded, and I just keep them... Can you hear this? It's a book. So I just have a whole bunch of levels marked down in the book as what they are and what they're called. Next level. So here's the flyers. So I'm just having them all shoot over this way. So possibly what I could do is when they really start breaking through, and you can create, like, schematics. If I click this clipboard here, you can search up schematics. So you can, like, save schematics to your device or whatever as well. And then you can just, like... So if I made this whole thing a schematic, I could just select it, place it down, and my guy would just automatically create everything. I would never have enough copper. I believe everything here takes more than 4,000 copper to build, and that's the max you can actually hold. So you have to actually, like, build it and then harvest more copper. It's backing up. So we'll be able to launch, we won't. So I think what I could do, maybe, is I'll get them to, like, when they start breaking through really hard, I'll get them to... Because they all shoot the player over anything else, they start shooting the enemy player and then the buildings. So once they start, like, really doing damage, I'll just stand over here. They'll be trying to walk to the left, and I'll get them to break some of these buildings, and hopefully they'll try and, like, switch to the right. I don't know if that'll work. The other thing is I could, like, just put more buildings here and reinforce... If I just, like, reinforced this line here, it would try and make them go the other way. And there is so much more guys here, I think I might do that. I want to force them to go the other way. So I'm not sure if it'll be enough to immediately change the direction. And you can put doors down too once you get graphite and silicon. I believe it's the second level where you get graphite, silicon, and glass. So, yep. No, they're still trying to break through that way. Okay, that was a lot of damage. Let me replace a few of these things. Oh, I want to pause it and set up now more defense here. I want to make the defense so thick over here the AI, because the AI tries to pierce the weakest part. So if I just absolutely fill this part. Already like 18 minutes in, wow. And time flies fast when you're playing this game. On the wave. Hang on. Sorry. They're still trying to break through that way. Maybe it's time to... Some of the turrets were not up there. Why do those ones keep breaking? Are they breaking in the explosion? That's my play Clash Royale alarm. I don't need that anymore, actually. Maybe I do. What happens if I put one there? I'm trying to see how much I can get away with. If anything's inside the circle, it ends up breaking. So are they avoiding this because there's more duos there? How much more do I have to, like, reinforce this part to make them want to go that way? So add another layer or two on. The music for this game is great as well. They still think it's weaker because they can just walk through the conveyor parts. it's all filled. Go. Oh my god, they're still trying to bust through that way? Why? How much of this is actually being destroyed? I think those two pieces might be too far in. Almost done. Once this one fills up, I'll know they're all done. Okay, so no, they were just getting shot apparently. I guess that makes sense. They do target buildings, so there's just two weak pieces of building there that they can shoot down. It's so weird that they're going that way. There's like so much more stuff here they'd have to bust through. Is the AI like thinking they can just break the conveyor belts and walk through that way? That'd make sense. What has more health? Conveyor? What's its health? 45. 40. How did they even have more health? So conveyors have more health. This side should still be fairly reinforced. Because right now they'll just come through here, break all this, and then go around the side. And they'll be out of my reach. Here they'd have to come through all this hell, and all this would have been to waste otherwise.
Okay, Jack, be back in 1 hour.
Okay. Build all that. They're still going for the wrong side. So that's 30. You can also build menders later on. I could build one right now, I just don't have any way to power it. There's no, like, coal on this map. Let me see, I could also build a combustion generator, yeah, but there's just no coal. Yeah, next wave. I'm gonna need 2 videos to just finish this. Whoa. Weird, they didn't get through that time. And wait for the ammo to fill. Keep forgetting which button is the speed it up. Oh, they switched ways there. Okay, so I can trick them based on how much fortification I've... Okay, so that's very interesting. Based on how much fortification I put here, because of all this, now just a little bit of braking will cause them to switch. So now they end up targeting both. It's perfect. Now I just need to stand over there and they'll switch. So, it doesn't mean I have to throw a lot of this here. Maybe I'll take a screenshot of this bit. Work. Thank you. Don't care. They'll just show me I need this bit here to make it perfectly able to change, because I do expect to repeat this design some other time. Maybe in the future, once I'm better, I can even improve on it. Yeah, some of these second guys shot. Why is this guy empty? That makes no sense. Why are some of them empty? Did I do something? Yeah, none of those should be empty. We've only got time for like 3 more minutes. Okay, they stopped firing at me there and they didn't break enough that time. Gotta start taking them apart just to put them back together now. The only real problem is when if the flyers got over these guys and started killing them. A few of these might be damaged. These ones don't even look like these walls don't even look damaged though. Is anything here slightly damaged? No. How's everything for ammo? Why did these ones spend so much again? I guess it makes sense if these ones... Like, it makes sense that these ones would... It's weird that, like, this one's not empty, but this one is. Because the top ones should be filling it, and finish filling about the same time these ones would. I don't think I have, like, more turrets there or anything. Okay. One more piece. Okay, we'll maybe do one more wave, and then I'll have to make a second part where we finish this up. So I just stand here, get them to break enough of this. They might trick themselves. No, not quite. So they're close to tricking themselves, but they won't always do it. Did I always have 3 pieces there? Music's great, eh? Oh, okay, well they switched lanes, but I died. Does my death cause them to switch lanes or something? Okay, well, there we go. Guess it only sometimes works. Okay, well, yeah, that was hell. That's wave 35. I can get to 40 definitely. I can get past 40. How much longer do these have to reload for? So I'm gonna end the video here, let them reload, and then save and exit. And then the next, what it'll be later will probably still be. I don't know if I'll do one later. If I do one later, it'll be Clash Royale. If not, tomorrow will be Clash Royale and Raid Shadow Legends, and then we're gonna hop into more mindustry. The day after that, it'll end up being like finishing this and then restarting from the beginning. Is it about done? Oh, I see what's happening. It's like filling that part from this part. That's weird. Weird that it doesn't just fill up here. I'm sure it can touch. Yeah, it's weird. I guess that's what happens when you have these things. Okay, bye guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.